It can get pretty risky leaving your Jeep alone with the top off or even having the doors off with your valuables inside. The inside of the Jeep does have locks on the center console and the glove box, but the plastic console might not stand up to that creative thief. That's where Tuffy comes in with their security console insert. This will provide the ultimate security to the inside of your 2011 to 2017 JK center console and keep all of your valuables hidden and safe, making you feel better when you walk away from your doorless JK. This will look like it belonged there from the factory and fits perfectly, and I'll go into detail about the construction in just a moment. I'd like to mention that this will have some drilling, but the drilling is optional for the best security, so I have to give this a 2 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, so light to mechanical experience is required. Tuffy really did a good job at designing this to fit perfectly inside of your JK center console, like it came right out of the factory with this option. This safe is made of 16 gauge steel that measures about 1/8 inch thick, and it's textured in a black powder coat finish, so it will never rust. A nice touch if you keep your top and doors off, and it'll take plenty of abuse without chipping. It sits perfectly under the armrest in the inside of the safe. It bolts down to the center console with grade 8 mounting bolts, so those creative thieves, like I mentioned, can't just rip it out. If you don't want to drill into the center console, this step is optional like I mentioned before. The lock is well thought out as well, being a 10 tumbler key lock, so this will stop anybody who tries to pick it. The hinge is concealed welded steel and has a pin lock just to double up on the security, making sure nobody gets inside this safe. This is going to be nearly impossible to get into without a key, but if you leave it unlocked, it can easily open and shut just as your center console would. My favorite thing about this is the inside, and this is why I say that Tuffy went above and beyond designing this thing. In the inside of the center consoles of the newer JKs, you have a 12-volt power port and you have a USB port as well. This insert has cutouts in the front, so you still have full accessibility to those features, which is a really nice design on Tuffy's part. Overall, this is exceptionally built, and this will definitely do a good job at keeping everybody that you don't want in your center console out. This is a one-of-a-kind piece, so there's really not much to compare it to on the site right now. This comes in at about $120, and for what you're getting with this, I definitely think that this is worth the price. Tuffy specializes in security, so you will see a bunch of different storage compartments by Tuffy that are also designed very well on the site. This one in particular has great reviews, and I honestly wouldn't expect anything less for what this is. Tuffy does have a full console, but the price is about $400. And if you were looking for security and to stay on a budget, just an insert will do the trick. Other storage options don't include this kind of security or really anywhere near it. We do have other locking storage containers on our site that will mount all over the Jeep. This one will be one of the most expensive options, as well as the only center console insert option that we offer. Other security options include small and large lock boxes, glove box lock boxes, and security cover systems that can range anywhere from $150 to $600. Overall, if you are looking for a fairly priced lockbox that will provide the over-the-top security, this is going to be it. Like I mentioned before, this is going to be a 2 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter. This will take you about a half hour to an hour's worth of your time to get installed, with a couple of hand tools because you do have to do a bit of dismantling of the center console so this secures properly.
Today we're going to be installing the Tuffy security box insert for the Jeep Wrangler JK 11 through 17. This is going to add some security to the inside of your vehicle when you have your doors off or you have a soft top on it, so no one can steal what's in your center console. We're going to begin this installation by removing the panel on the back of your console just so we can gain access to other hardware. You want to go ahead and just unplug your clip if you have one in the back of it for your window switches. Our next step, we're going to go ahead and open our console up. We're going to remove this panel here that hides the hardware for the lid. That we're going to discard. We're not going to be reusing it. Next, we're gonna flip down your inner tray. We're just gonna go ahead and pop that out. That also will be discarded. We're no longer gonna use that with the installation. Our next step is to remove the 4 T20 Torx screws that mount the hinge to your center console. This is where our new box is gonna bolt into place. Next, you're just gonna lift your lid up out of the way. Now we begin the actual installation of our new security safe inside the console. What you're gonna do is you're gonna have your lid in place, but you're gonna have to hold it because the screws aren't there to hold it in place. And you slide your new security box down inside your console and just replace the hardware. Okay, at this point your box is screwed down into place. You do have the added option, it is optional in the kit, to drill 2 security holes and bolt them into place. At this point you can go ahead and put your back panel back on, plug your plug back in for your rear window switches, and your installation is complete. It does come with 2 keys, easily locks down. Now your belongings are secured. When you want to get in, simple as inserting your key and unlocking, swinging it open. This box does have provisions for your auxiliary cable and your phone charger on the inside. Okay, now that your box is secured into place, you can go ahead and put your back panel back on, making sure that you plug in your provisions for your rear window switches.
So if you're looking for the toughest security for your center console, this is it. This is Meredith with XT, and you can find this and everything else Wrangler right here at ExtremeTerrain.com.